Overall Guy Garage. Today we got a new review video on the FITDVR Dashcam. This is our universal model. So let's get this thing opened up and see what we got. So let's get this thing opened up and see what we got. This is our F3 model, which is our universal Dashcam. This is a 1080p resolution on all cameras. And when I say all cameras, guys, this is just not a forward facing Dashcam. This Dashcam does in-car footage, rear of the car footage. It records all three, front, inside, and rear, all simultaneously in a nice compact package. So as we open it up, we see that the camera unit itself, you have your inside camera here, your outside camera here, and a small compact screen that's not going to look out of place in a classic car. It comes with some 3M adhesive to attach it wherever you decide to put it inside your car. So we got our camera, we got our instruction manual right here, and it comes with a box of accessories here. So we have our rear camera cable, comes in our box right here. It comes with a trim tool for your late model cars that has plastic trim that you can pop off. They were nice enough to send a tool for it. We have a rear view camera, which is a barrel shaped camera, and this camera does rotate, and it has good stiff rotation, which means as you go down bumps in the road, this thing's not going to move. So we got a rear camera there. We have an extra sticky pad for the mount on the main camera, and a micro SD card to help it store memory. So reading the instructions, it looks like it stores about 3 months of camera time on that SD card. So it's going to come with a lighter socket adapter and your power cable for the main unit itself. So this thing's supposed to be real simple to install, about a 3-minute install. And I'm going to say it's probably going to take a few more minutes than 3 minutes to run the cable, especially on a classic car. Newer cars, you can just pop your plastic trim off, pop it back on, tuck this behind. But what we're going to do today, we're going to compare this. And we are going to compare it to the unit that's in my 70 Torino that I currently use, which is a 4K, but it's forward-facing only camera. So I wanted to see if we can use this to get some in-car footage for video stuff and rear footage, or wherever that I may decide to mount the little small extra camera. It'd be nice to be able to move it around in different places and kind of be able to watch things and monitor it, especially since we're going to start doing some drag and drive stuff. So I figured we'll test this thing out in the Torino and we'll see how it works out. We'll get some footage from it and go from there. So this is what we're going to compare it to, and this is the Car U Pride, the 4K camera that I done a review video on earlier. Like I said, this is a 4K camera. It is very, very clear. It's kind of hard to see, you know, video and another video through the thing. But this one right here, this does a lot more than what I need it to do. It's got CarPlay, it's got GPS, you know, all that stuff. So let's get this off here and we'll get that FITDVR camera mounted up. So initial installation, guys, you just gotta figure out where you're gonna put this thing. I stuck this to the windshield right below the rear view mirror mount, so it is up and has a clear view of ahead, has a clear view through the car. And now we got to figure out how to run these cables, especially in something old like this. It's not so easy because you don't have a whole lot of, you got a piece of plastic trim up here, but it's kind of brittle. So I'm going to try to tuck it up under here, because our other options just run up above the sun visor and over and then down the A-pillar. So I'm going to see what I can do. I know they wanted me to show running all these cables and stuff, but it's really not going to be an application specific thing, especially on a classic car. So most of you guys are going to be car guys anyway, so it's just going to be pretty simple. You got a power cable, you get your rear camera cable, and they're going to plug in the top of the unit up here. So once you get that mounted, you just got to figure out how to run your cables to make them look as clean as you can. Alright, so I got the rear view camera cable run through the trunk lid. They suggest to mount this camera in the rear view mirror or in the rear window. It's not an option with a car like this and the way it's shaped. So what I'm going to do, I want to try to get it in kind of an inconspicuous spot, but in the center, and try to get it where it don't stick out like a sore thumb. So I'm just going to install it right here, just right below this lip. Alright, so everything is installed. I've got all our cables ran as clean as I possibly could. Got our camera mounted position where it will actually clear. So I'll plug this thing in. It come on right there. I know it's hard for you guys to see on camera, but we can change for rear camera, the front camera, so on and forth. I think our rear camera might be upside down. And it's pretty cool, guys. You can change the display on the screen. So I've got the front camera, the inside camera, which you can see me filming you guys on the phone, and the rear view camera. There is a setting in here where you can change a few things. On the menu itself, there is a menu button right here on the bottom. You can go in here and change the storage, your language, your date and time, your Wi-Fi capabilities, your resolutions, your recording time, your sound and exposure, all that kind of stuff. You can go in here and you can do lots of things. So there's also a setting in here to flip that rear view camera, and that's what I done. I went there and changed the setting on it. Yeah. But so far, very easy to use, very simple. And you can change your camera right here with this button. That's front only, inside the car only, and rear only. It records all three at the same time, but you can change what you actually see on that display. And another thing, it's not like me showing this on the screen, but it does have a built-in GPS for speed, time, and a little compass right here. All you do, you push this little button right here in the center, it'll take you to that screen. It's got quite a few little features as far as that stuff goes. I've got the beeper turned up super loud on it, but it's definitely a lot more compact than our other one and does not block the vision of the road in this area. So the things I like about it so far is I can see a lot better out the windshield. It don't necessarily stick out like a sore thumb in there. I don't like you can see the cables, but there's not a whole lot you can do about that. It's a little big to go above the mirror, so I had to go below. And I wanted it where I could kind of see the screen on it and see what was going on. So it was easy to install. Just run them two cables. Sticks to the windshield. I run the two cables, the one to the ladder socket over there, and I run the other one under the sill plate for the rear camera. Run it up. And the rear camera isn't really noticeable. It's tucked up under there and it's black, so it kind of blends in, so it don't stick out like a sore thumb or detract from a classic car look. So we get a little footage on the drive home, and I'll let you know what I think about the footage that it does. Because ultimately a camera, especially a dash cam like this, the importance is, guys, that it has clear video. That if you do get into an accident and you use something like this for that purpose, you want the camera to be clear, and you want to be able to see things, tag numbers, stuff like that clearly, or see the vehicle behind you clearly. So I try to mount this stuff keeping that in mind. So I knew about my prime line of vision forward was under that rear view mirror, about where I had the other one. So it is a lot smaller. It does have a bunch of stuff on it that I don't need. It literally just does camera things. So let's finish this day up, and on drive home we'll see how this thing works out, and then I'll be back. does pretty good video. Got pretty decent sound too. Pretty impressed with it. So if you're looking for a dash cam, you know, something that covers all your bases, inside the car, behind the car, in front of the car at all times, definitely look into this FITDVR camera setup. So this is where I'm going to leave this video off, guys. If you haven't yet, make sure you like this video, share it with your friends. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button because it does help the channel to grow. If you are a subscriber, I greatly appreciate you guys, and I look forward to everybody's comments down below. So until the next video, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you at the next one.